Greetings. So I am gonna go through what I have in my setup, but I'm gonna eat this orange first. I hate when it peels like that. So I've gotten really into oranges recently, and just fruit in general. Apple, oranges, bananas, you know, the OGs. You wanna ride me like a crow. Woo! Alright, let's go. Alright, I finished my orange. I've got my energy boost now. I have everything that is in the setup listed on my phone, so I have to go through that. So I'm gonna start my PC, which powers all of this. All this powered by my PC. Everything. This is where I produce main stuff. This is where I record all the vocals and stuff. I'll show you my vocal recording setup in a minute. I'll set it all up for you. But this is the PC right here. It's nice. I try to make it all white. Keep with this kind of white theme with, you know, some black accents and some of the gray and stuff. I basically try to keep it monochrome, black and white. That's what I really wanted. And I think I did a pretty good job on the PC. All the components are black and white. Even the RAM is white, the CPU fan is white, the GPU is white. So for my CPU, I've got the Intel Core i7 7700K, which at the time was like really good and really fast, and I was gonna overclock it and put in a water cooler. I didn't do that. Maybe I'll do it in the future. So that kind of runs just good for editing and stuff. For my graphics card, I got an NVIDIA GeForce Dual GTX 1060, 6GB. I don't even play any games anymore, but if I did, or when I did, that's what ran it all. I've got two 8GB sticks of Ballistix Sports RAM, which is DDR4. I've got the ASUS LGA 1151 Prime Z270A motherboard. I've got a Cryorig MICOCR-C7 CPU fan. I've got a WD 1TB hard drive and a Samsung 850 EVO 250GB SSD. And that's all sitting in an NZXT S340 case in white. So next, I guess I'll do the desk. So the desk is actually a custom desk, and it was made by my dad. Big shout out. And next, I guess I'll talk about the chair. The chair's just some random ass. The chair's just some random IKEA chair. It's pretty good. It gets the job done. Nothing crazy. I'm not spending freaking a bunch of money to lean back. That's what my bed is for. So next I'll move on to my studio monitors, or my speakers, which is what I play some music through, or which mainly I produce on. I mix and master so I can hear all the frequencies nice and flat. They're KRK Rocket 5s, the 3rd generation, in white, because I wanted them in white to fit the setup. They usually come in black and yellow or something. They're sitting on some gear for music, desktop speaker stands, which also got the job done. And they're really important, actually. I could just have the monitors on the desk and put some foam underneath, which comes with the monitors, so you can do that. But it's really important, especially for mixing and mastering, that the studio monitors are actually at ear level, so the sound is going right into my ears and I can hear them perfectly. That's really important, so I had to get them stands to do that. So next I'll talk about the monitors. I've got two AOC i2369 VMs, like 23 inch or something, and they're sitting on this dual monitor arm, which just clamps onto the desk. The monitor mount is a Von Haas dual monitor mount. All this stuff is on Amazon, by the way. I'm not going to put affiliate links. I don't really care about any of that. So next I'll go through my mouse. And my keyboard. The mouse is an Corsair M65 RGB Pro, and it's got the job done. I mainly got it for gaming, but I don't play any PC games anymore. This is an 88 key keyboard, so it doesn't have the numpad, because I prefer small keyboards. I'm never going to use the numpad, so there's really no point having it. This is the Drevo Grammar 88, so that's that. For the mouse mat, I've got XYK Gaming Mouse Mat Large, so I just wanted a long one. So moving on, I've got my audio interface right here. This is the Complete Audio 6 by Native Instruments, and it's got 2 inputs and 2 outputs on the back, as well as MIDI input. Next, I've got my actual musical keyboard, or my MIDI keyboard, which basically plays any sound that I have on the computer. And this is the M Audio Keystation 49, and this one broke, and I have to fix it. I just have to like clip it in or something, or super glue it, but haven't got around to that. Okay, so for headphones, first I've got HyperX Cloud 1s. These are the old ones, because they were cheaper on Amazon, and these are obviously originally for gaming and stuff, but now I just use them for talking over Discord. So I have the mic in this drawer, and I plug the mic in if I want to talk on Discord. And then for my main headphones, which I use for producing, I've got the Audio-Technica M50Xs, which are a nice flat sound, and they look really nice. They're just really sick. I've got a IKEA bin. I've got a Xbox up here, an Xbox One, and it has the whole gang, the whole Shrek gang. I've got some other Rick and Morty stuff. I've got a couple Rubik's Cubes, and all my books are up there that I've read. Some other stuff that I have in here, in this drawer, I've got my wireless headphones, which is if I'm ever going out, I want to listen to music, or if I'm exercising or anything, I need headphones. These are Skullcandy Uproar Wireless. I usually put this in here, which is my field recorder. I'll go out and record random sounds and then use them to make beats. I've also got my power bank in here, which is 20,000 milliamp hour. I forget what it's called, but it's just one of these generic ones I got off Amazon. I've also got my iPod Touch 5th generation without the camera on the back, and I actually use this pretty much every day. I use this. I put Spotify on it, and I put all my music downloads on it. Nothing else. I have no other apps on this. I don't use it for anything else, just music. So I can keep my music separate from my phone to save battery and to save storage space. And then in here I keep a lot of my camera gear, like batteries and tripods and stuff. And I also keep this. This is my 2015 MacBook Pro, which I got like 2 months ago or something, and I use this for when I was away. I need something to make music on. I use this. I want to use it for video editing. I just have to install Premiere Pro in it, because I know the render times on MacBook, because the optimization are insane. So I want to start editing videos on this, and I just use this for recording any music or produce any music when I can't use this. So that's that. Okay, so that's pretty much everything this side of the room. I'm gonna switch it now and show you what's basically behind you right now, and I'll go through it. I'm on the other side of the room here, so the setup is just there, and here's my window, so where I can see the world. So first thing, I got my guitar here, my acoustic guitar, and it's just a Cort AF 510, and it's folk size, because I prefer smaller guitars. Right beside it, I just got this Squier amp. I don't know, it's just, to be honest, I barely ever use this, but I just use it if I ever want to plug in my loop pedal, which is over actually in that drawer. So yeah, for my loop pedal, I've got a Boss RC1, I think, loop pedal, which I like to mess around with, create song ideas. A few songs were actually created, the roots of it were created on that loop pedal, and then I obviously just recorded it. So behind all this, I've just got an ornament didgeridoo. It doesn't actually work. That's not an actual instrument. I've got this Tanglewood pink ukulele, which I mess around with, and I've recorded a few beats with it, but I haven't put anything out with that. Behind that, I have my electric, which is just a a Gibson Baldwin Music Education. So like, I think that it's like the kids version of Gibson. It's like it's not real. It's not actual Gibson. It's an Epoch, so it's like Music Education, which is actually where the amp is from as well. I'm not a guitar enthusiast. I don't play guitar every day. I just need it for, you know, recording songs. So any electric guitar in my songs was recorded on this. It gets the job done, and I usually just use virtual amps in Ableton. Then for my mic stand, I use this. It's literally just a Amazon Basics mic stand tripod one. I had a weighted one, but it kept tipping over, and that's like, I didn't want my mic to break. So this one doesn't tip over as much. So this is these are the shelves that are just above all the instruments down here. So I just have random stuff in here and stuff that I don't have any drawers for. Right here I've got this Secret Life of Pets plushie thing. There's like Secret Life of Pets, like little thing. I won this in a claw machine. I also have like this little kangaroo, which is pretty cool because I like Australia. The guy from I forget his name. The guy from the movie when he like catches Pokemon and shit. And then this is Gandalf or some shit, I don't know. Then behind that I have my Novation Launch Key Mini MIDI controller, which that's what I bring with me if I want to make music, if I want to make beats like when I'm away. Next to that is a kalimba, which I've made one song with, I forget which one, and I've made a couple of beats with because it's actually pretty sick. You can tune it to like weird scales and stuff. Oh, if the beat in Adventure Boys, when we start hopping over the frickin' the gate, the like little fence, that was made with that. Beside that I have my Akai MPD 218 drum pad, which I use that for I do all like hip hop drums and that, where I want the full 16 pads and just be able to kind of play it all instead of playing it on the keyboard. And I also use that's really good for if I chop up, say, a sample. I like to play it on that because you get the actual kind of MPC feel instead of just doing it on a keyboard. You can play it easier on that. Divide by Ed Sheeran CD. Ed Sheeran concert ticket from April 2017. Damn, wait, I thought that was I thought it was a while ago. And I've got this Ed Sheeran book. It's like he basically thought that he wasn't old enough to do an autobiography or a biography or whatever. So he decided, why don't I just make a book like documenting my life up until now, but through art and photos, and then he'll just tell a little story about the photo. So up here I've got some My Little Pony plushies. I've got Pinkie Pie. I've got Twilight Sparkle. They're my two favorite characters for that show. I've got Harry Potter, the OG, and Batman, just two pop figures. I like some pop figures every now and then. Next, I'll show you what's on this side of the room. So this side is where my bed is and stuff, and my nightstand. Okay, so over here I've got my bed, my nightstand. Let me just zoom this in a little bit. So over here on my nightstand I have my Nexus tablet, which I use for all my Instagram, watching YouTube, anything like that. I use this. It's a 2013 one. This was a really good tablet at the time. I don't really know what tablets are like now. I don't think anyone uses tablets anymore, except for like iPads and stuff. And I've got the JBL Charge 3 Bluetooth speaker, which I use when I'm in the shower or just when I don't want to boot up my PC to play music. I use this. In here I've just got random stuff like notebooks, USBs, anything I might need to grab before I go. In here I've got an unopened 1TB portable hard drive, and in here I just have receipts. Nice. Right opposite this, beside the setup, is my closet, which I'll give you a brief look at, but it's pretty messy. So, but maybe I'll do a video when I go through kind of all the little. Maybe I'll go through like anything I have in my closet. When I clean it, maybe that'll be another video to make. So that's pretty much everything in the room. So that's pretty much my whole room. Here's the whole kind of 360. So So that's everything that's in here right now, but there is one more thing that I have to show you. So it's how do I record vocals? So I actually have two microphones. I have the Rode NT1A, which is my condenser mic, which I use for actually recording all the vocals, very high quality. Then I also have a dynamic microphone, which I use if I ever just want to kind of put down ideas fast, or if I'm using the loop pedal. But my setup to record actual vocals, like high quality, to put in, I'll show you that right now. So that's the whole setup. Anything else? I use Ableton Live 9 on this. I use Ableton Live 10 on my MacBook. Maybe I'll do a video where I go through plugins and stuff, but that's more really that's like just producer stuff, all drum kits and stuff. But anyway, yeah, that's the whole video. Respect.
You just said something. I didn't hear what it was.
It was